I want to fight you.
You want to fight me?
Yeah.
Menace and methods label me a lethal weapon, making niggas die, witnessing breathless imperfections. Can you picture my specific plan? To be the man in this wicked land, underhanded hits a plan.
No matter it's the first round or the last round, I must knock him out.
A brutal punch at the right time will destroy all that Luis Ortiz earns with blood and tears. That's how the one-hitter Deontay Wilder stopped the Cuban boxer's winning streak. Bronze Bomber, the obsession of King Kong Ortiz, has returned and hinted at a fierce Tuesday night. So can King Kong retaliate against the Destroyer? Well, let's take a look at the video. But before you jump in, remember, like, subscribe, and tap the bell icon so you don't miss out on any updates.
When you ready? When are you ready?
No, I'm ready.
The American Deontay Wilder was world heavyweight champion for over half a decade before being stopped by Tyson Fury in their rematch in 2020 and then being brutally knocked out in the trilogy fight last October. He contemplated retirement from the sport before being honored with a statue in his hometown and decided to return to the ring against Robert Helenius, which that will happen on October 15th.
And win the first couple rounds.
Right hand down goes.
Recently, during a surprise visit to the Cuban boxer, Wilder expressed he has faced Ortiz twice. However, the American does not see a third fight as bad.
Straight left to
We both know Wilder, Robert Helenius, Andy Ruiz Jr., and Luis Ortiz are in a four-way tussle for the WBC heavyweight title. This situation means two winners would collide for Fury's vacant belt in the coming months. Then the eventual Wilder-Helenius and Ruiz-Ortiz final becomes a mandatory eliminator, either that or a collision for an interim title. If Wilder defeats Helenius October 15th, which we deem likely, then a match between two friends and two giants in the heavyweight division, the Bronze Bomber and King Kong, is complete and would happen. If the battle takes place, what will Ortiz do to make the outcome different than the previous? In their first match in 2018, Wilder overcame difficulty and knocked Ortiz out in round 10 in front of a crowd of 14,069. Wilder had always said Ortiz, unbeaten himself, was far and away his biggest test, and so it proved, the Cuban making a bright start with the champion looking as nervous as he was focused. Both boxers starting the fight cautious, with Wilder throwing jabs. However, Ortiz seemed to do more in the opening 4 rounds with throwing combinations. The judges could have well scored in Ortiz's favor, but with Wilder restoring his equilibrium, he was at least able to trade blows in a wild finish through the 8th. Somehow Ortiz beats the count, but with Wilder on the rampage, the WBC holder put him down again before the referee stepped in. However, looking back at the whole thing, Ortiz has always been a formidable opponent for Wilder, and if Ortiz hadn't given Wilder a chance to counterattack, well, perhaps the outcome could have been different. In the rematch in 2019, Ortiz once again appearing to be in control, outboxing Wilder for large stretches of the fight. But Wilder ended matters abruptly in the 7th by starching Ortiz with a vaunted right hand. Wilder displayed that massive power that's made him a force in the heavyweight division, but he won no style points in winning the fight. He did little until the big punch that ended the fight, wary of the power that Ortiz was showing when he hurt him.
That left hand was blocked.
Oh! Boom!
The The 43-year-old boxer who left Cuba to pursue a pro career seemed to baffle Wilder with his southpaw style. He was able to get off combinations quickly when Wilder punched first, and perhaps King Kong's unique style is exactly what's needed to develop against the American boxer to create an explosive victory if they do meet a third time. Ortiz's longtime trainer, Herman Caicedo, says he indicates that Wilder could be a potential opponent for the winner of Luis Ortiz, providing Wilder resumes his boxing career. Caicedo noted that Wilder is still very much on Ortiz's mind, and he's actively waiting for the opportunity to revenge Wilder right after the rematch. Ortiz is always ready to change his shortcomings and prepare well for the next encounter. After 2 fights with Wilder, Ortiz needed the keys to defeat the American boxer in the third. And first, Ortiz should look to time Wilder and counter him. Ortiz is at a disadvantage when it comes to speed, athleticism, and power in the fight, but he's an excellent counterpuncher, and counterpunching is his best way to pull off the upset. He'll have to time Wilder's punches and counter with his powerful left hand if he wants to win. Wilder leaves himself open when he swings wildly, and Ortiz needs to make him pay by throwing hard hooks.
A big right hand. It wobbles Ortiz.
Secondly, he should try to get inside and force Wilder to the ropes. Wilder's one of the most athletic heavyweights we've ever seen, and he has a huge advantage with a 6'7" frame if he keeps the fight outside against the slower, older Ortiz. No need for him to fight on the inside and give up advantages. Stay on the outside, get out of the reach of Ortiz. So Ortiz must somehow work his way inside and force Wilder to the ropes where he can use that weight advantage and nullify Wilder.
Bounce and lands with a left hand, straight left to the body.
The last, Ortiz should hold if he gets hurt. One of the mistakes that Wilder's opponents make when he hurts them is that they don't hold, which allows Wilder to unleash a flurry of punches. If and when Ortiz is hurt, he needs to hold on and weather the storm. So who do you think the winner would be between the Bronze Bomber Deontay Wilder and King Kong Luis Ortiz in the third match? Leave your comments below and let us know. And don't forget, like, subscribe, tap that icon bell. You don't want to miss any video from Boxing Insane. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.